What's up, WrestleScope Nation? And before you even think about clicking away, let me tell you something that's going to blow your mind and make you question everything you thought you knew about WWE's power structure. We've got exclusive information that's been leaked, and I'm talking nuclear-level intel here, about a backstage manipulation so calculated, so devious, that it makes Triple H's reign of terror look like a children's birthday party. Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar have been caught red-handed in a scheme that could destroy Austin Theory's career before it even reaches its full potential. And the mastermind behind this? Oh, you're not going to believe this. Hello viewers, if you're new here, please don't forget to like and hit the subscribe button for daily updates on WWE Raw. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm absolutely furious right now, and you should be too. For months, we've been watching Austin Theory struggle, watching him lose momentum, watching him go from Mr. Money in the Bank to, what? A mid-card punchline? An afterthought? And the entire time, we blamed creative. We blamed Triple H. We blamed Theory himself for not connecting with the audience. But we were wrong. According to sources close to WWE's backstage operations, and these are legitimate sources, people who have been right about everything from Roman's booking to Cody's WrestleMania plans, Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar have been systematically sabotaging Austin Theory's push for over a year now. And here's what makes my blood boil. They've been doing it while smiling in his face, while mentoring him publicly, while making everyone think they're helping to build the next generation. Think about it. When was the last time Austin Theory had a meaningful victory? When was the last time he looked strong? Every single time he's built up, something happens. A loss out of nowhere, a humiliating segment, a title opportunity that evaporates into thin air. This isn't coincidence, WrestleScope Nation. This is calculated. This is orchestrated. This is the work of the most dangerous mind in professional wrestling history. And no, I'm not talking about Paul Heyman. Drop a comment right now telling me, did you suspect something was wrong with Theory's booking? Because after what I'm about to reveal, everything is going to make sense. Now here's where this story goes from bad to nuclear. The mastermind, the person pulling all the strings, is someone we've all been sleeping on. Someone who's been playing 4D chess while we've been playing checkers. Someone who has more to gain from Austin Theory's failure than anyone else in that locker room. But before I reveal the name, let me lay out the evidence that our sources have provided, because this conspiracy goes deep. Evidence point number 1, the failed Money in the Bank cash-in. Remember when Austin Theory cashed in his Money in the Bank contract against Seth Rollins and lost? Everyone thought it was just bad booking, right? Wrong. According to our sources, Paul Heyman personally lobbied Triple H backstage, arguing that Austin wasn't ready and that it would damage the Money in the Bank brand if someone so young and unproven became champion. Heyman sold it as protecting the business, protecting the title's prestige. But here's the truth. Heyman wanted Theory to fail because a successful Theory would threaten Brock Lesnar's potential return plans. Think about it. If Theory becomes WWE champion at 25 years old, where does that leave a 46-year-old Brock Lesnar in the pecking order? Heyman has always protected Brock's spot at the top of the card. Always. And anyone who threatens that spot, they get neutralized. Evidence point number 2, the mysterious backstage meetings. Multiple sources have confirmed that Heyman has been holding secret meetings with key WWE decision-makers, people I can't name for legal reasons, where he's been consistently undermining Theory's credibility. He's been spreading narratives like, Theory doesn't connect with the audience, Theory isn't a draw, Theory got pushed too fast too soon, Theory needs to pay his dues before getting another major opportunity. And here's the sickest part. Heyman's been doing this while simultaneously praising Theory in public, in interviews, on social media, even face-to-face with Theory himself. The man is a snake. One source told us, and I quote, Paul operates like a mob boss. He'll shake your hand, tell you he believes in you, and then go behind closed doors and put a hit on your career. Evidence point number 3, the mysterious Brock Lesnar returns. Notice how every single time Austin Theory starts building momentum, Brock Lesnar suddenly shows up. It happened before the Royal Rumble, it happened before WrestleMania, and according to our sources, it's about to happen again. This isn't coincidence. Heyman books Brock's return specifically to overshadow rising stars. He did it to Drew McIntyre, he did it to Bobby Lashley, he did it to Theory, and he'll keep doing it because that's how Heyman maintains his power structure. Brock doesn't even need to directly interact with Theory to damage him. Just his presence sucks all the oxygen out of the room. All the attention goes to Lesnar. All the promotional focus shifts, and suddenly Theory's pushed to the background. But here's where this gets absolutely insane. While Heyman is the architect and Brock is the weapon, they're not working alone. They're working for someone. Someone with even more power. Someone who has everything to gain from Austin Theory's failure than anyone else in that locker room. But that person is Vince McMahon.
Yes, you heard that right. Even though Vince is retired, even though he sold the company, even though he's supposed to be gone, our sources indicate that Vince has been pulling strings through Heyman to protect his legacy booking philosophy. Here's the thing that nobody's talking about. Austin Theory was Vince's guy. Vince was Vince's final project, his last hand-picked superstar before everything fell apart. Theory was supposed to be the next John Cena, the next face of WWE under the Vince McMahon regime. But when Triple H took over creative, that terrified Vince, because if Austin Theory succeeds under Triple H's watch, it proves that Vince's way of building stars was obsolete. It proves that Triple H's vision for WWE is better than Vince's, and Vince's ego can't handle that. So Vince calls his most loyal soldier, Paul Heyman, the man who's been in Vince's ear for decades, and says, make sure Theory fails. Make sure my final project crashes and burns so nobody can say Triple H succeeded where I couldn't. And Heyman, being the loyal operative he is, springs into action. He uses Brock as the muscle, the intimidation factor. He uses his own backstage influence to poison the well. He ensures that every time Theory gets an opportunity, there's an asterisk, a catch, a reason for failure. This isn't just about Austin Theory anymore, WrestleScope Nation. This is about control. This is about ego. This is about old guard versus new guard. This is about whether WWE moves forward or remains trapped in the past. Comment below if you think Vince McMahon is still controlling WWE from the shadows, because the evidence is damning. Now, let's go even deeper, because this rabbit hole is endless. Our sources revealed something absolutely chilling. There's a list, an actual list of young WWE superstars that Heyman has been tasked with managing on Vince's behalf, and by managing, I mean destroying. Austin Theory is just the most obvious target, but he's not alone. According to leaked information, this list includes anyone Triple H personally championed in NXT, anyone under 30 who gets a major push too quickly, anyone who represents the new era of WWE that Vince doesn't understand. This is sabotage on an institutional level. Think about all the young talent that's mysteriously cooled off. LA Knight, though he's fighting back. Carmelo Hayes, Trick Williams, the entire NXT women's division that gets called up and then buried. Every single one of them falls into this category. Every single one represents Triple H's vision for WWE's future, and every single one has been subtly undermined. Heyman operates like an intelligence agent. He doesn't leave fingerprints. He doesn't send obvious messages. He plants seeds of doubt. He suggests alternatives. He frames his sabotage as helpful advice and veteran wisdom. And Brock is the hammer. When subtle manipulation doesn't work, when a young star is too talented or too over to be stopped quietly, that's when Brock gets activated. He comes back, squashes them in 30 seconds, and their momentum is dead. Let's focus specifically on what's been done to Austin Theory, because it's absolutely heartbreaking. This kid, and yeah, he's only 26 years old, had everything. The look, the athleticism, the charisma, the in-ring ability. He was Mr. Money in the Bank. He was US champion. He had Vince McMahon personally vouching for him. And then, nothing. The failed cash-in that killed his main event credibility? Heyman's influence. The US championship reign that felt like an afterthought? Heyman convinced creative that Theory wasn't ready to be featured prominently. The constant losses to veterans that made him look weak? Heyman arguing that young stars need to earn their stripes by putting over established names, which conveniently means putting over Heyman's clients. Every opportunity sabotaged, every moment of momentum killed, every chance to break out, squashed. And the cruelest part? Theory doesn't even fully know what's happening. He thinks it's his fault. He thinks he's not connecting. He thinks he's not good enough. Our sources say Theory has been working harder than almost anyone on the roster, taking extra training, studying tape, trying to figure out what he's doing wrong. And the answer is nothing. He's doing nothing wrong. He's a victim of backstage politics and a vindictive legend who can't let go. One source told us that Theory recently approached Heyman for advice, completely unaware that Heyman is the one destroying him. And you know what Heyman did? He gave him advice. Friendly, helpful, seemingly genuine advice, all while planning the next way to undercut him. That's sociopathic. That's evil. That's the kind of manipulation that makes my blood boil. Now, let's talk about Brock Lesnar's role in all this, because he's not an innocent bystander. Brock is 46 years old. He's had an incredible career. Nobody can take that away from him. Multiple world championships, main events at WrestleMania, conquered the streak, UFC champion, the man is a legend. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Brock's time at the top should be over. He should be transitioning into a part-time special attraction role, putting all to the next generation, having legacy matches that mean something. Instead, he's being used as a weapon to protect his position and destroy young talent. And make no mistake, Brock is aware of what's happening. He's not some puppet. He's actively participating because it serves his interests too. Every time a young star gets knocked down, that's one less person competing for Brock's spot. That's one less person who might take his main event position. That's one less person who might make him look old and slow by comparison. Brock Lesnar, the same guy who we've celebrated for years, has become the very thing we hate. A nostalgia act blocking progress. A veteran who won't step aside. A legend who's become a villain to the future of wrestling. And Austin Theory? He's the perfect victim for Brock. They're young, charismatic, athletic, everything Brock was 20 years ago, and that makes him a threat, so he has to be eliminated. According to our sources, Brock has personally told Heyman, "I'm not done yet. Keep these kids away from my spot." And Heyman, loyal dog that he is, follows orders. It's disgusting, it's selfish, and it's destroying the future of WWE. This situation is bigger than just Austin Theory or even WWE. This represents a crisis in professional wrestling. The industry needs fresh stars. We can't keep relying on Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and part-time legends forever. Eventually, they'll all retire or slow down, and then what? If WWE doesn't build new stars now, the entire company is in jeopardy, and that's not hyperbole. Look at what happened in the late 2000s when WWE failed to properly build the next generation after Cena, Batista, and Orton. We got years of struggling ratings and decreased interest. We're at that same crossroads right now. Austin Theory should be a cornerstone of WWE's future. He should be in the main event picture by 2026. He should be carrying Raw or SmackDown. He should be the guy selling tickets and merchandise. But instead, he's being systematically destroyed by a conspiracy of old guard wrestlers and executives who care more about their legacy and power than the future of the business. And it's not just Theory. How many other talented young wrestlers are being held back by this same system? How many future world champions are being buried before they can even bloom? AEW is waiting in the wings, ready to grab any disgruntled WWE star. New Japan exists, independent wrestling is thriving. If WWE doesn't treat its young talent